Nothing better than a good ghost story. And boy, do I have some, because I'm quarantined with these damn ghosts. I'm stuck here with these ghosts. Hell, even the ghosties are bored and they're already doing some weird shit. I caught a ghost the other day getting on Snapchat trying to vlog his life, or, well, his afterlife. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Then again, so am I. So today, we're going to talk about something. The bird is playing in the water up there on the roof. It's so cute. And he was shaking and water was going everywhere. Ah, he's doing it again. Okay, anyways. Sorry. He keeps doing it. Hang on. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm at my sister's house. Staying here last night to watch Sage, my niece, if you don't know who she is. She's like 15 months old. So it's a little over a year old. And my sister's house is haunted, like mine. There's something, though, that is really bad here. And I don't know. Because I haven't been able to get rid of it yet. I recently had a nightmare about this place. And I woke up from that nightmare having sleep paralysis. And then last night, for real, we're over here. And it was 1 o'clock. Sage went to sleep about 8:30. And then about 1 o'clock in the morning, she wakes up screaming bloody murder. But it wasn't the kind, like, where she's like, oh, just hold me, whatever, I want attention. No, it was, get me out of here, I'm fucking terrified. So I went in there and I tried to calm her down, but she kept screaming. I mean, she was like having anxiety attacks. It was so bad. So my husband was like, why don't you take her out of the room? So we went out of the room. We went into my sister's room, and I laid her down on her bed, thinking that maybe she'd feel more comfortable in there, because, you know, it makes her feel close to her mommy, because my sister wasn't there last night. So, but Sage is used to spending time with me, you know, so it's not like I'm not able to comfort her, because a lot of times I can calm her down, but last night was so weird. So anyways, she's laying there on the bed, and she's just like, and like, she's just, like, she won't even, like when she looks at you, it's like she's not seeing you. So anyway, she looks past me, she looks behind me, and the corner of the room is behind me. And her eyes, I've never seen her eyes get so big. My eyes won't even get that big. She just, like, 1 second she was like, and then she just goes, she looks over in the corner and she goes, and then she puts her hands on her eyes like this, closes her eyes, and then turns her head away and starts screaming again. And she did this quite a few times, and I wasn't the only one that had noticed it. Everybody else had too. My kids were here, and so was my husband. So everybody was noticing. She was freaking out. And I became aware of the presence behind me. And I just turned around, and I looked in that corner, and I said, get out of here now, you know. And I had to say it about 2 or 3 times, and Sage finally calmed down, but it took a very long time. And then, anyway, she never went to sleep until, well, she went to sleep at 5:30 in the morning, but only for a couple hours. So during the time that she was awake last night, we realized that we could not lay her back in her room. She was not having it. Every time we tried to take her back in there, she freaked out more. So we took her playpen and we put it in the living room, which is where we were going to be sleeping on the couch. Put it right up against the couch. And she was fine in there, you know. And, but she just wouldn't go back to sleep. And at this point, you know, she's riled up. She's a 1-year-old, so it's going to happen. Well, during this time that we're all wide awake now, because the baby's wide awake, I go into her room with my phone and I start recording on with, you know, my TikTok app. And I start asking questions and tell this thing to show itself to me and to me only, and to leave my niece alone, things like that. And if you go to my TikTok, you can see these and hear these. Just use earbuds, and you might turn it up loud, and your quality of your phone is probably better than mine. But anyways, on 2 or 3 different videos, you can hear a very terrifying growl. I mean, this growl was so, it had me in tears. Let's just say that. Like, I was afraid. And it takes a lot of like paranormal stuff to really make me afraid because I'm so used to it. But this was a growl that was letting you know it was there, and it was after I said certain things too. So it was actually responding to me, to what I was saying. Then, after that, there were some other things that's happened here and there. Zoe heard some knocking on the wall. She was sitting outside on the swing, and there was knocking on the wall, like someone was on the other side of it, but nobody was in there. That happened a couple times, and it kind of had her spooked. But anyways, seriously, I think these ghosts are just like, damn, I'm bored, man. So, at my house, things have been quite active lately. So I mean, it's just the norm, My dogs have been seeing shit. So has my cat. My cat has been looking up in the corner and meowing at something. There's no bugs there, nothing like that. So yeah, just I really worry about my sister and for Sage when they're here. And so what I did today was I bought Sage one of those little night lights that only run on batteries, and it's like a light switch, but the light comes from the light switch itself, and she can turn this thing off and on herself, and it's not too bright to where it'll like get her good and awake. It's dim enough to where she can still fall back asleep if it's in the middle of the night or something, and bright enough to where she'll feel safe, to where she can see her near surroundings. So one of the things that did happen last night while I was in that room doing the EVP, Sage came in there and she kept talking to something, and then I picked her up, and I have this on video. You guys got to go to my TikTok and watch all of these. There's like 4 or 5 of them. I think there's 5. And she looks at the corner and points. She does this twice, points in the same corner, and there's nothing really over there, And I swear to God, she said, "Her dead." Now, Sage has been talking better lately. She has been forming, short sentences or sometimes long sentences. Just depends on the word. And I had a full-on conversation with her the other day. It was amazing. So she says her dead, and I mean, I don't even know how she would know what dead meant, other than babies can see ghosts, and they're still so close to the spirit realm because when you're born, your spirit comes from somewhere. At least that's how I believe. And so I feel that's why babies are so in tune with these things, and that's probably how she understands that whatever these things are dead. Now, the growling and stuff, I believe it's either like a demonic spirit, and there's a spider, shit. It's like a demonic spirit or just a really bad ghost. Now, the lady that she was pointing at in the corner, when she says her's dead, and she did that twice. Not only did she point twice, she also, I swear to God, she said her dead twice. When she pointed, not any other time. She only said that when she had pointed in that corner, and that's what she said. And then she said something else that I didn't understand, but I was just like, what? I mean, takes a lot to shock me, and consider me shooketh. So I was, and still am. So anyways, it was creepy. It still is creepy. Even during the daytime, this house is creepy. But I do believe the growling, was a demonic spirit or bad ghost. But the lady ghost, I think, is the old lady who died here. Now, remind you, there was also someone else who died in this house. And it was somebody my dad knew. And this guy shot and killed himself. And I swear to God, it's like the amount of people I know committing suicide lately is just, it's too much. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I've been trying to post some stuff on Facebook, trying to give some good advice. I've been through so much. with like being bipolar and having PTSD and anxiety and stuff like that and depression. So I just want you guys to know that if y'all ever need anything, you can always reach out to me. I'll put all my social medias down below so you guys can follow me. I will follow you back and I'll add you back on Snapchat, things like that. So, and go show me some love on TikTok because it's like, I don't know, like the likes like and stuff just aren't like it used to be, you know. So, I'm also trying to revive an old thing we used to do on my TikTok account where you guys would ask me random questions in my comments and I would reply with a video reply. And in the midst of that reply, also giving you a shout out. And let me tell you, it worked. A lot of my fans got a lot more followers by us doing that. So, let's try doing that again. Go to my TikTok, ask me some random ass questions. I will answer truthfully. I promise. I swear to God. So, I guess that's it. I'll probably have more spooky stuff happening. I always do. So, be on the lookout for that. And yeah, so, and remember, do not suffer in silence. If you are hurting mentally or emotionally, please reach out to someone. Please. Or find something creative, something therapeutic, something that is healthy, like writing or vlogging or blogging. Um, Arts and crafts are good, drawing, watching funny things, or just finding someone to talk to about your issues so you can try to dig deep and find out what the root of all, like maybe some of it stems from. Now, some of it does, is because of like chemical imbalances in the brain, but some of like our depression does stem from like past hurts and traumas and stuff. So, it's just always good to have someone to talk to that can help work you through all of that. So, and remember, in order to heal from our trauma, we must first deal with it, and that's not always easy, but it is the first step in healing. So, God bless. Have a great summer slash spring. I don't know what it is anymore. Okay, bye.